Hello and a very warm welcome to Zoho Desk Product Walkthroughs. This is Vijay from Zoho's marketing team, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use customer service insights from Zoho Desk for delivering better service. Hi, thanks for tuning into this walkthrough video. Let's get started. Before we look at the different features in Zoho Desk, let's first understand what kind of insights a manager would usually need in order to take effective decisions. Broadly, all the monitoring that goes on as part of the manager's job can be divided into two categories: the macro level stuff and the micro level stuff. At a macro level, a manager might want to get a bird's eye view of the customer service stats, like the live traffic and the customer happiness ratings. At a micro level, she might want to know how every agent in the team is performing. She might want to identify tickets where she might have to step in and guide conversations, do a deeper analysis on the kind of tickets that are coming in, or track metrics that matter to the business and spot trends in advance. Well, the manager's job isn't that easy, is it? But the good news is that with Zoho Desk, you needn't hunt around to look up any of these details because all the data and insights you would need is just a dashboard away. Both the macro and the micro level stuff are presented to you in a way that makes monitoring your team's performance a walk in the park for you. So, without further ado, let's quickly log into Zoho Desk as a manager. And we're on the tickets module, which displays the list of tickets. If you look at the menu to your left, you would see this option, the headquarters, which is the central dashboard for the manager to look up the team's performance. So, what's so special about the headquarters? Well, the headquarters or the HQ shows both the big picture and the specifics in the same interface. The first thing you would see is this graph that shows the incoming and the outgoing bandwidth for the last 24 hours. You would be able to see these two lines in the graph, one for the incoming tickets and the other one for the outgoing responses. So, if the green line is higher than the blue line, you can infer that the responses from your team are going out much slower than the rate at which the tickets are coming in. So you can do a little course correction before too many tickets start piling up by ensuring that the agent team sends out faster responses. You can also change the time duration here from 24 hours to a week or maybe a month to look at the bandwidth over a longer period of time. To the right of this graph, you would be able to see the counter that shows the live traffic for the last hour. And just below this counter, you have a summary of the unassigned tickets, which displays the total number of tickets that remain unassigned, out of which this is the number of tickets that are overdue, and this number here indicates the tickets that are due in an hour's time. You can just click on the number here to pull up the list of tickets and then assign them to agents. If this number is too high, then it should set the alarm bells ringing for you because it could either mean that there aren't enough agents online or that they are probably tied down with the tickets they are already working on at the moment. So, how do you check if your agent team is busy? Well, for that, just scroll down a little bit and you would see this list that tells you who's online and who's not. There's a tiny detail here that's going to help you do some load balancing. You would see that for every agent, you have a counter that displays the total number of assigned tickets, the number of tickets that are overdue, and the number of tickets that are due in an hour's time. So whenever you see a lot of overdue tickets sitting with an agent who's offline, you can just reassign them to another agent who's online, like Dawn Events here. Now to the right, you also have the list of tickets with the most number of threads. In other words, these are conversations with customers that have been going on for a long time. In case you want to chip in to help an agent, you can just click on the conversation here and the respective ticket will open up. The last component in the HQ is the Customer Happiness Ratings Tracker, which shows the split up of the happiness ratings and the list of tickets where the customer has given you a negative rating. Well, now that we have an overview of how the team's doing, we could dig deeper to analyze how fast the tickets are being answered and what we could do to help the agents respond faster. And for that, you need to head to the Ticket Overview dashboard. Just head to the Reports module and the Ticket Overview dashboard loads on the right side of the interface. At the very top, the Ticket Overview dashboard displays a summary of the current ticket stats. So you would see the number of open, overdue, and unassigned tickets here. Below that, you have a graph that displays the day-wise count of new tickets, closed tickets, and the daily backlog. And if you want to see the total count for a specific time period, you have that as well here. So there were 182 new tickets in the last 7 days, and 175 tickets have been closed, with an average of 5 tickets being carried forward to the next day. Well, what if you want to reduce the daily backlog? Maybe you can allocate an additional agent to handle the channel that brings in the most number of tickets. And that's exactly what this pie chart here indicates, a neat channel-wise split up of tickets. In this case, we should probably assign one more agent to handle the email channel. Towards the right extreme, you have a split up of the happiness ratings. The component to the left here is probably the most critical metric in customer service, the response time. The first parameter here is the average time taken by agents to send the first response to a ticket from a customer. The next parameter is the average time it takes an agent to send a reply on a ticket, be it a new one or an existing one. The third parameter is the average time it takes an agent to resolve a ticket. So, how do we look at the channel wise split up of the response time? Surely, the response time for all the channels can't be the same. For looking that up, you would need to head to the dashboards option, which you would be able to find from the side menu. Clicking on this opens up a list of built-in dashboards that you can use to quickly look up stats on the go. So we have the account and contact dashboards, the product dashboards, the Twilio dashboard for looking up telephony related stats, and a set of time-based dashboards here. So let's say we want to look at the channel-wise split up of the first response time. In that case, we can check the first response time dashboard here. Click on this and the dashboard opens up to your right. So we have the average first response time mentioned here that we saw earlier in the ticket overview dashboard. While this number indicates the average time it takes for an agent to send the first response after the ticket gets assigned to him, this number here to the right is the average time it takes to send the first response right from the time the ticket gets created. The difference between these two, of course, is the time it takes for the ticket to get assigned to an agent. And here's the stat that we were looking for, a channel-wise split up of the first response time. In this case, we see that the first response time is a little higher for the email channel. So we can now ask the right questions that would help us do further analysis, like aren't there enough agents to handle a relatively large volume of tickets coming in through the email channel? Or are the tickets coming in through email generally more complex than the rest and require more time to solve? Dashboards equip you with essential pieces of information that let you ask pertinent questions and take informed decisions. So, what happens when you want to track other metrics that matter to your business? Well, you have the built in reports for that. Just head to the reports option in the side menu, and this pulls up a list of built in reports classified into different categories. You have the ticket reports, article reports, account and contact reports, product reports, task reports, and customer happiness reports here. So let's say we want to look at the list of tickets that are overdue at the moment. For that, we will need to head to the ticket reports section, within which we can just click on the tickets overdue now report here to pull up the data that shows the tickets that are overdue at the moment. Well, what if you want to see some data which none of these built-in reports provide? No worries there, because Zoho Desk has a feature that lets you create your own reports. Just open up the home screen in Reports and click on this Create New Reports button. Choose the modules here. Let's say we want to track the number of good ratings that each agent has received. So for that, we'll choose the Tickets and the Contacts modules here. Select the type of report you want, and then choose the columns you want to see in your report. Let's choose Happiness Ratings here. And then of course, we'll add the filter criteria. And we'll also set an advanced filter here to pull up only the good ratings. Just click on Save, and here we go. We have a custom report saved here that can be accessed anytime we want. And if it's hard for you to read stats from a table, well then you can just create a custom dashboard. Just head back to the home screen in Dashboards and click on this Create New Dashboards option. Give your custom dashboard a name here, type in a description, and save it. Now click on the newly created dashboard. You would see that it's empty. A unique feature about custom dashboards is that you can add as many components as you want to this interface. You can add a component by clicking on this icon here. Give the component a name and specify the report that you want this component to visualize. This is where we choose the custom report that we had created earlier, and here we go. We have the good ratings that every agent has received visualized as a graph. Oh, looks like there's a notification for us. It's from the head of marketing. Looks like the stats in the report are looking pretty good. Well, that's awesome. But hey, we didn't send any data to anybody, did we? Well, actually, Zoho did that for us. Within the reports module, you have an option called the reports scheduler that lets you not only schedule a report to be sent out automatically, but also lets you specify when to send and to whom to send. Well, we've taken a look at quite a few features in this video, haven't we? So let's do a quick recap then. We started with the headquarters, the central dashboard for managers, and then looked at the ticket overview dashboard. Following that, we looked at the built-in dashboards and then the built-in reports. Finally, we created a custom report and visualized it using a custom dashboard. And in the end, we looked at a scheduled report. Thanks for watching this video on using insights for delivering better customer service. I hope this video was informative. If you have any questions, just send us an email at support@zohodesk.com. And of course, please do check out our other product walkthroughs as well. Thank you. Zoho Desk, put customer service at the heart of your company.